EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between our visitors and the Denver Broncos. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
Come on, fellas.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Locke. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Shotgun snap to Locke. Yeah, this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. Cortland Sutton with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
On the double. 43's the mic. Double. 80 weapons. Turn it up. Back.
On 1st and 10, Costello finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
2nd and 2. They'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Hey, Charlie.
From the gun, Costello. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
47's the mic, boy. 47. Check. 47.
Throwing again. Costello. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Von Miller make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
47's the mic. 47's hey, wahoo!
Throwing on 3rd and long. Costello, and he's got his man. It's Henry for a Chargers touchdown. Hunter Henry. His third touchdown now on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready?
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10.
Clock now on 1st down. He's got his big tight end, Fant. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop him?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Hey, pick your game up. Check Pilot, 64, weak. Let's go.
Locke working out of the gun. That one complete to Hill. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco 1st down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
General West.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Watch the pass. You draw quarters.
Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. A good comeback there after the penalty. 9 yards, and it's 2nd and 6.
Ready up. Mike, 56.
It's 2nd and 6.
Check.
They'll swing this complete out to Hill. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
Go. 94. Check 24. Watch 24. Check 31. Check 31. Get it.
From the gun, it's Locke. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1 yard line. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
Safety's creeping.
That's the end of the first quarter, with the score tied 7-7.
Let's go.
60 Pittsburgh.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Matchbox Lights.
And that'll set him back 5. Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on 2nd and goal. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Here I come again. Here I come again.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
On the ready.
Watch Mike, watch Mike. Go! Strong right, strong right, strong right. We got 3, fella.
Go.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
It went for broke on 3rd down, and it would have really lit up the sideline if that one had worked. What do they do now on 4th down?
So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And that one carries out of the side of the end zone here, so it's a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check, lucky.
First carry for Austin Eckler, who's a Colorado native. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Only a yard of the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
Let's pick it up.
Hey, two.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. 43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check, 43. Bang it. Bang it.
Hey, seam six. Hit it.
Operating from the gun, Costello. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 21 yards there on third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
I'm coming.
Hey, foxtrot.
He's coming, double up.
Ready.
Throwing on first down, Costello. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
Alpha. Hey, jet. Shoot.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Von Miller in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Von Miller has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. They're in the second quarter now in Oakland, and it's the Browns out to the early advantage. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
No gain there on the completion. Second and 10. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. We'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Locke going to bring the offense up first and 10. And he's now 10 of 10 throwing the ball here to start the game. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Back to the air on second down. It's Locke. And he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining.
Hey!
Third and 2, Locke's going to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
Remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Jones has it. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Go.
Looking to throw. Costello. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And the lead is now 13.
Makes the score, Broncos 20, Chargers 7.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
2nd and 9 now. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. This quarterback now, 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. The final shot before break. Costello, he's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
We play to win. Let's go.
On On the double.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there for a milestone sack. That's number 150 of his great career. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
On the ball. Get it.
From the gun, Costello. This complete to Jones. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number one receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams that time. And that'll bring up second down.
Exit. Let's go.
50, Mike 50. We got to
go.
To throw again. Costello. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Zay Jones was the intended receiver. Third down here.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
They have, you're right, they have had no room to breathe.
Mike 43. I got
On third down, Costello. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. 90 yards receiving now for him in the ball game. It's a first down. Running on first down, Eckler. He's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Got it.
50, Mike's 50. I'm not ready. Tight end right. Hey.
Hey, Charlie.
Operating from the gun, Costello. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage just comes through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Throwing on first down is Locke. This is the tight end Fant. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
Go on.
Into the red zone, it's Locke. That's complete, right around the 8. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Hey, check. Makes 3. 218.
From the gun, Locke. Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So that'll back him up 5. Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on 2nd and goal.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Now lock again. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. The former third-round pick, Justin Jones, bringing the lumber that time.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back.
Double time. Hey. You got 3. Three down.
Yo, cheetah. We'll get it.
Locked now on 3rd and goal. And Woods has it complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 11 yards, but still not enough. 4th down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
The kick by McManus is good. And that will swell the lead to 16. So 3 field goals that he's hit. Now this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Mike's 43. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. 43 is the Mike, boy. 43. Check, 43.
Yo, go.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Snap.
Throwing again. Costello. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
43 is the Mike. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Go. Hey, Foxtrot. 5.
To throw on 3rd down. Costello. He may try and run for this. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
4 down, 4 down, 4 down.
And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18.
Blue draw quarter.
Quick dash. Come. Check 50.
Ready?
Here's Freeman. Jatavis Brown there on the tackle. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On 2nd down now, it's Freeman. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down. The running game continues to be a big part of their success here early in the 4th quarter.
And with those types of runs, that tells you they feel very confident in their running game. They feel very strong at this stage of the contest, and they want to keep doing exactly what we saw there, running the ball down their throat.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Greystone travel.
They toss to Freeman. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.